This has been called the most hated video on the internet right now, but why? It's a totally normal video and the reactions are demented. What's it all about? Well, we have all the info for you right here on Scroll Deep with me, Benedict Townsend, the show that keeps up with internet nonsense so you don't have to.
Gen Z boss and a mini! Gen Z boss and a mini!
It all started with a TikTok trend, where a group of people, usually mostly female, just point out two things about themselves and say it to a little tune.
Boots and slick back bun. Boots and slick back bun.
Converse on a TV quaff. Converse on a TV quaff.
Little red bag and a bum. Little red bag and a bum.
Black tablecloth then a rat. Black tablecloth then a rat. A very fun little trend, harmless. Who could get mad at that? My friend, welcome to your first day on the internet, apparently. So everyone was doing this trend, and then a group of women who work for a company called TBH Skin, to be honest, Skin, they decided to take part and make their own little version of the videos. They didn't even create this trend. They were just doing the trend. They also didn't even change the trend. They just did the trend as intended. They were just taking part.
Gen Z boss and a mini! Gen Z boss and a mini! Itty bitty titties and a bob! Itty bitty titties and a ball. 5'3" and an attitude. 5'3" and an attitude. Secret product in a trench. Secret product in a trench.
And honestly, the video is fine. I don't even think it's cringe. I think it's just neutral. It's just a fine 7 out of 10 video of some girls doing a fun trend.
New friend green and a sneaky link. New friend green and a sneaky link. Fake 10 hands in a hoop. Fake 10 hands in a hoop.
My friend, the way people have reacted to this, you would think they were actively killing people on screen. This video broke containment to Twitter, and someone tweeted the video with the caption, quote, "The HR department 1 hour before doing engineering layoffs," which is mildly funny, but also like not what that situation is even slightly. You're adding a lot of extra information. And the replies are utterly insane. This is humiliating. This might be the worst video I have ever seen. You know, there's like Mexican cartel videos on the internet. So much more fulfilling and rewarding than being a mother and a wife. You're bringing an airplane's worth of baggage along in that comment. They're just doing a trend. A lot of people also seem to think that the comment about it being HR was real, which reveals such an inherent sexism because, oh, it's a group of women in the office. They must be the HR department. Clearly they're not because, first of all, they say who they are. One of them says, "I'm the boss." There's also a big watermark on the screen that says TBH Skin. It's very clear what the situation is. There is just so much projection happening here. One person said, quote, "There's people out here applying for 100 jobs per day and not hearing back from anyone. Then you see this." That got 6,000 likes. Do you want to work for TBH Skin? Because that's where they work. It's written on the screen. Are your friends all applying to work at this skincare company and being rejected? In which case, perhaps you could be annoyed. They're just dancing. I don't understand it at all. Someone else said, quote, "College-educated white women, the form of the destructor." What are you talking about? It's just a little song. They're just doing a little dance. Now, obviously, there are just layers upon layers of sexism, misogyny. It's almost like a Rorschach test, like an ink blot test of like how your brain works. If you can watch this incredibly neutral video of women doing a dance and come away from that like, yes, that's why I couldn't get an engineering job. What are you talking about? Happily, these women, who I think are Australian, they did not allow the thousands of negative comments to get them down. And they posted a follow-up video where they did the same trend, but with hate comments.
Gender pay gap, bring it back. Gender pay gap, bring it back. Women should go back to the kitchen. Women should go back to the kitchen. Make it stop, hate this. Make it stop, hate this. Buy them on a hoop. Buy them on a hoop.
You gotta give them some kudos. Very funny. But they shouldn't have had to do that. They shouldn't have to have had a good sense of humor about this. Also, let's go big picture for a second. This was all to promote their business. The original video was posted on the skincare company's official TikTok. It was all to drum up sales. And obviously they probably weren't looking for this kind of buzz, this negative buzz, but they were looking for buzz nonetheless. And they have achieved the buzz. They're even running a Gen Z Boss and a Mini bundle on their website right now. This is the homepage of their website. So ultimately, all this hate and everything has helped the sales. Now, obviously, I think they would have rather done that without, you know, existential death threats. But it's incredible how long we've had the internet now, how long we've had social media, and how incapable people are, people who live online, how incapable they are of understanding the basic context around a video. People will see a video and they'll be like, "There's a woman in this. Maybe it's my mum. Maybe my mum is yelling at me from a video." And it's like, no, you Freudian freak. It's just some Australian women dancing. But this all comes back to a theory I've long held and I stand by. I think I've even said it on this show, which is the greatest crime on the internet is a woman being mildly cringe. A man can commit actual crimes, war crimes, and the internet will be like, he's a pretty good guy. But if a woman has fun for like a second, people react like the sky is falling down. Like this video, again, I don't think is even cringe. I think it's just them doing a trend. But it could have been more cringe, and it still wouldn't have deserved the kind of vitriol it is getting. Anytime a woman tries to make like a joke or just have a bit of fun, the reaction is just so insane. Meanwhile, like when it's boys, when it's the epic boys, like the TikTok Riz party or whatever, then it's like, great banter, boys, haha, we all come together. Don't bully them, they're just kids, they're just boys, ha ha ha. But then when there's girls, it's like, it's like no girls allowed. It's all like grade school politics of like, girls aren't allowed to have fun, girls aren't allowed to be on the joke. It's so insane. But the good news is it will probably be fixed soon, and it definitely won't just keep getting worse. I can sit here right now and be like, oh my God, I'm literally PewDiePie. T-series? How about no series? I can do that, right? And no one's gonna like tell me to die. It's like a superpower. But if a woman did that for like 1 second, they would like find out where she worked and like burrow underground and loosen the foundations so the building collapsed. But what do you make of this video? Do you find it cringe? Do you think it deserves any of this kind of vitriol? Can you think of other examples where women have done stuff like this on the internet and just been attacked? I'd be interested to see what people think of this video down below. I just think, here's the thing, even if I thought this video was really cringe, my reaction would just be like, and then I would just scrub up. I just can't imagine taking the time to be like, this is why Western society is failing or whatever. What do you think about all this? I'd like to hear your opinions, your sensible opinions down in the comments down below. And as always, I guess I'll leave you with the secret question that we always hide at the end of the episode to reward people who stick around to the end. Why don't you take part in the trend right now? But I want you to start with your second favorite fruit. And then your favorite older Hollywood actor. So it could be like Jurian and Meryl Streep. Surely there's a simpler thing to do than that. Anyway, just take part in the trend. It's a thing and then another thing. But if you're a woman, I'd do it in private because it's just not worth the hassle. Till next time, I'm Benny Townsend. This has been Scroll Deep. Make sure to follow to get all the latest, largely depressing internet news. And if you've watched it this far, give us a like. Come on, man. We need it so bad. Come on, just one like. You can spare it. Come on, buddy. We're dying over here. Till next time, I'll leave you with our famous catchphrase. Goodbye and an end. Goodbye and an end. A master of the rhythm.